Hi everyone, welcome to one of our Mesonet sites in the Mallee. We're joined this morning by Warwick Grace, who's one of the meteorologists on the Mesonet team, and he's going to run us through what the Mesonet does.
Okay, so this is one of the weather stations. We've got about 30 in the Riverland now. They give a general purpose of weather, and to do that we have several things that are essentially identical or better than the Weather Bureau provides. Firstly, we have a temperature which is at 1.2 metres. That's a worldwide standard and we can't get away from that. We also, at the top, we have an anemometer to measure the wind, and that's at 10 metres. That's also a worldwide standard and we can't go away from that. So in here we have temperature and relative humidity, and here we have what we call a thermocouple, which is for the differential temperature. Interestingly enough, there's no mercury in here, so when people say the mercury is soaring or plummeting, that's just a metaphor nowadays. As we have the differential temperature between here and 10 metres, we also have another anemometer over here to measure the wind, and so we actually measure the differential in wind speed. At the moment we don't put this on the website, but in the future we expect that we will be providing some what we call indices, which will indicate just how turbulent and dispersive the atmosphere is. So there's two main things, or the primary one, I should have said, is the temperature difference between those two, and a secondary one is the wind speed difference between those two, and they will be on the website eventually. In here we've also got pressure, and up the top we've got solar radiation, and over here is the rain gauge. We would love to have it much further away from any shadowing effect, but in reality nobody wants us to have another thing 20 metres away. But this is ample, about 4 or 5 metres away. This is all very remote, and 20-30 years ago this would be almost impossible to do. Up here we have a solar panel, which nowadays, as everybody knows, are relatively cheap. So to run the whole thing we need power. We have the solar panel and we have a battery, not much bigger than about the same size as a normal car battery. Next to it here, this is just some drying agent. Next to it here is a modem, a bit like one you might have on the back of your computer or desk and so on. And here we have a logger, which is a lot more complicated, but between the modem and the logger and a little very small computer inside here, we're able to take 10-minute averages of all the things that we have been talking about, all the measurements, and then at the end of 10 minutes create that as an average and send that as a burst into the cloud, and then voila, we hope it ends up on your smartphone.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed a tour of one of our Mesonet towers. For more details, we'll have some links in this video.